tile number 2 is similar. It's the blank plate with a push button. So the same kind of tamper-resistant element, but then the push button allows for after-hours overrides. And so you'll have this in this space for air handler 2 and the gym for air handler 1.
And that Honeywell?
There's a CO2 sensor.
Okay.
It does have a display so you can see the current delivery.
Okay.
But otherwise, there's an adjustment to be made from there.
And they get 2 hours?
Yes.
2 hours, okay.
And then is that adjustable with the DDC or is
Yes.
that?
And is this guy, this is just giving them the CO2 information?
Yeah, that's just rendering.
Is that the port then for it?
No.
The next?
So this is for building static pressure.
Okay.
This is an air reference. And then here's a controller for the ceiling fans.
Now, are these going to read on the digital? Is this just not hooked up or is it just?
Yes, they'll read.
They will read.
We'll double check this one.
So, and then the ceiling fan speed?
Yeah, so the ceiling fans can run based on ceiling temperature.
Mhm.
It measures the temperature here and the temperature up there.
Mhm.
So they'll run automatically. And then also if you change this, it'll run for a half hour at the speed that you've just selected. After that, it'll return back to minimum and auto control.
Then you'd have to turn it down and back.
Right. To get after a half hour, once it resets, if you just turn it back, get it to adjust, it'll
Okay.
trigger again for
I
another
think
half
those are supposed to get covers, but I'll talk to Wayne about that.
And then the next one will be in the classroom. The microsets.
Okay.
What did we say that this guy was?
Static.
Static air pressure.
Building
Oh,
pressure,
gotcha,
static
that's
pressure
right, that's right,
reference.
that's right, I forgot.
And we had talked about moving them,
Right,
but
that's
Right. Up a
right,
little
the
bit.
pipe.
I
So
did
that way-
test it. Well, so we can either
Yeah.
move it and I guess just put a blank plate here, but
Right.
then these are pretty durable. I know it's jammed
Well,
with
I
a
don't want
screwdriver.
kids shoving pens
It's
and
pencils
pencils
and
in there.
pens,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I
Sharp
don't think you
objects in
can.
there.
No?
I mean, I hit it with a screwdriver. And
It's pretty.
I've got a spare one in my car if you want to do what you can to that. But yeah, I drove the tweaker and it didn't
Is-
notice. So.
If they're jamming it, I mean, there's just hundreds of little vents in there, right?
Right.
So it'll take a while before it even destroys it, actually. Even if they do.
But they will destroy it.
But they will.
How many of them is there?
So we have one there.
Quite a
And
few,
we have
because there's
one
only
here.
2 ends, so
Okay.
probably 15 of them.
Okay.
Throughout the building. Yeah, I do feel it pretty tough. But
Okay.
look into that one. Last one.
Yeah, we just will cover it.
And the last thermostat type is the microset. And so this one has a touchscreen display with a set point adjustment. So from the room, they can hit the up and down and adjust their desired room temperature. The high and low limits are set at the computer, so that can be adjusted for each unit.
So is that why they're different? I'm noticing that the high and low is different in each room.
Possibly, yeah. And we've been doing some testing all week, so once we kind of get everything tested and commissioned, then we'll
So you
kind of
can change
finalize
it
it.
per room, not
Per-
just.
yes.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
Per unit can have a different range.
So, Ken, as a standard, our district standard is 65 to 71 is their range.
It will be.
So they can't go below 65 or they can't go above 71.
Yeah, I think they're all like 68 to 72 right now, but
Okay.
we cranked it
It
up
looked
to
like we had
75 yesterday to run heating tests.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it looked like you had a 2-degree deadband.
yeah, and then it does have a plus or minus 2. So this is the desired room temperature. This is the current room temperature, and then this is our outside air temperature. So it shows you all of that.
Oh, that's that's outside air. Okay.
Yes. And then when it kind of goes to standby mode, the screen turns off. It displays the set point.
Gotcha.
We use that as kind of a placebo effect. If people look at it and say, "Oh, that's the temperature I wanted. I set it to 70. I'm looking and see 70." They don't notice that, oh, it's 69. But there is a 2-degree dead band, so
Gotcha.
the room could be within 2 degrees and still be at set point.
So, Oh, I see, that's where, yeah, so people should be able to know that's outside air temperature.
Yep.
When they do that, so inside the house, outside the house, yeah,
Yep.
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And then that gets adjustable, and the arrows disappear
Mhm.
once you get the limits.
Now, can you change, instead of having an icon, can you physically write in there outside air temp?
I cannot.
You can, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So it's set to 72 now.
Correct.
Okay, and then the home screen goes to what you set it to.
Yes.
Okay. And then if you touch it, it
Wakes it up.
okay. And so the inside temperature is 70 right now. So if I wanted to turn it down to 68,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. And then it'll show 68.
Yep.
Okay.
And then give the zone a half hour to make its adjustments. But then with this room being 70, there's the 2-degree dead band. So even at 68, that would be 66 to 70 would be your acceptable
Mhm.
temperature range.